This battle, we are taking on Biggmom09, and as you can see, if you've not watched the previous video, we have changed up the team. Now, of course, you're gonna see in the next couple of videos, I have been trying to figure out a good setup for Charizard. Now, this of course was a pre-recorded battle from yesterday, so I actually had some really good battles today, and part of this was just trying to figure out how to really use Mega Charizard X, and I think I've kind of accomplished that in a sense. But anyways, one thing I know is really important is having hazard control, because I mean, with a Pokemon like Charizard, the HP matters a lot, especially if you're gonna be running something like Flare Blitz for pure power, because the recoil will cost you, especially with entry hazards like Stealth Rock. Like, you need to make sure that your Charizard can come in and it can come in safely. So anyways, I mean, I'm going to say one thing: whenever you see somebody using Shuckle or any type of lead Pokemon, it's really not a bad idea to predict that they're gonna leave with it, because that's typically what people will do. And right here though, I started to go into Slurpuff because somehow or for some reason it gets Sticky Web. I actually do not know why, but I think it's really cool, so I decided to just throw it out there, because getting Sticky Web up would not hurt. And now I can go into Excadrill. I can Rapid Spin if he sets up his own like entry hazards, and then I can go for a Stealth Rock. Although what's a bit scary is that this guy has Encore on his Shuckles. That could be a bit problematic for me, but it's not too big an issue. So anyways, Excadrill comes out here. He sets up his Sticky Web. It's not fun, but it is what it is. And I decided to go for the Rapid Spin, because we don't do that here. I don't like those sticky webs. So right there we spin it out, and we get a speed boost. So he can't really switch in too safely on this Excadrill anymore. So now he goes for a Stealth Rock, and now that I got the Rapid Spin up, I decided to just go for a Stealth Rock of my own, just so I could do something here. And I mean, basically this guy has Stealth Rock and Sticky Web, although I guess he was satisfied because he decides to go for a Final Gambit. The damage is kind of weak though, I'm not gonna lie, although that still is quite a good bit from Shuckle, but it's not that fun. So anyways, he goes with the Salamence, and I instantly noticed that this is a Moxie Salamence, because if he had Intimidate it would have shown. So ideally I don't want to stay in and try risking going for a Rock Slide and getting him a free KO, because like with an attack boost, this Salamence can become really scary. So anyways, here I decided to go into Slurpuff, not really for any particular reason other than if he goes for like Earthquake, then it should bring me low enough to where my Citrus Berry can kick in, and now I can use this for speed control. So that's good, and he does in fact go for an Earthquake, and it does do enough damage to bring me low enough to where I can actually use my Citrus Berry, and now I have the speed jump on him. So I mean, I was kind of thinking this guy is probably not used to seeing Slurpuff, so you might think he's gonna outspeed me here. But if you guys did not know, Slurpuff has the ability Unburden, and how that works is once it eats its berry, it doubles its speed stat. So right here we're gonna be going twice as fast, and against Pokemon like Greninja or Salamence or anything like that, Slurpuff does offer that reliable utility. So now he pulls up with his Shaman, and the good thing is we're gonna outspeed this. And I was like, well, I may as well just stay in and attack, because Shaman can be problematic if you don't deal with it early. So I was willing to let Slurpuff go down here in return for taking out the Shaman, or not really taking him out, but just doing good damage. And that was some really nice damage right there. Then he takes some chip damage from the Life Orb. So now I know that he's probably not going to be able to spam for too long. So I go into Milotic, and I mean, primarily because Milotic should have decent special defenses, although in my specific setup, this is more physically defensive. It's actually not that great though, truth be told. So I decided to just go for a Scald. He goes for a Leaf Storm, which is gonna do enough to actually one-shot me, which is kind of crazy. I was not expecting him to have Leaf Storms. I've never seen anybody running that on Shaman. Typically it's gonna be like Seed Flare or like Energy Ball, but that was a surprise, an unpleasant one that was enough to take care of my Milotic. So now I go into Excadrill. I probably shouldn't have just gone into Tornadus, but I was thinking that I'd be able to take like another Leaf Storm. Really not a great play, but I did it, so I had to commit to it. So anyways, though, partly I also do want to get those entry hazards out of the way, which is why I went into Escadrille. Although that was probably not a good play. I was a bit impatient there because I mean I was mainly just thinking about my Charizard, because you know I do want to bring it in and not just go for a late game clean. Although you know now with those start rocks off, that's gonna be a bit more difficult. But anyways, you know, here I was like, well, this is probably a good time to bring out the Charizard. And it turns out that he actually has the same idea right here. He brings out his own Charizard. So you can see though, both of us will take pretty big damage from the start rocks. He actually goes out to yellow HP, and I stay in the green, so that's good because that means I can switch in one more time and still survive. Whereas he's gonna die next time he switches out. So I know for sure he's gonna stay in, and I'm thinking, well, I should just go for the Dragon Claw. And it turns out that he actually has a Mega Charizard X himself, which is really scary because you know this could become a threat to my team if it gets out of hand. And the only thing I can pray for here is that I get the speed tie victory here, because like if I didn't, then this guy is probably gonna get the KO here. But I did like to say though, I did like the fact that both of us happen to have Charizard X's the same exact time we swapped them in, and we both have maxed out speed, because you'll see right here that this guy and his Charizard will get the jump on speed, but he actually goes for a Dragon Dance. Really, in my opinion, not the best play, especially with a Charizard right in front of you. Now he probably might have thought that this was like a Charizard Y, but I still would not do that, or maybe just a standard Charizard, because you know, like, I mean, you're still gonna probably get KO'd by like an Air Slash or whatever else Charizard would be carrying, because you know you're at yellow HP. And Charizard X doesn't have the best special defense, so it's not a risk we're taking in my opinion. So anyways, now he pulls out his Manaphy, and I mean I look at my team, I'm like, well, you know, if this starts cooking, you know, I could be in a bad place. So I mean, even though Tornadus has an Assault Vest and a Generator, I mean neither of my Pokemon will be liking that Ice Beam from this base 100 special attack out of Manaphy. And if he goes for like a Tail Glow and gets some sort of speed jump here, you know, it's going to be a problem. So anyways, I just go for a hard Dragon Claw, so I want to just deal damage. And that's some really good damage right there. And he goes for a Surf. Unfortunately, it's going to be enough to take me out. It's not really a surprise because, I mean, this Manaphy does have 100 special attack with Stab. So, you know, it should take out the Charizard, but, you know, it is still unfortunate nonetheless. So now I pull out the Tornadus Terrian, and the only thing I can hope for here is that my Hurricane does not miss, because if it does miss, then I think this could be GG. It will be a close game, because, I mean, Tangrowth will probably take in an Ice Beam, but it's not going to like that. And you know, whatever comes in will be a problem. So the good thing is we do successfully administer it. Now he pulls out his Meowscarada, which is cool. But the good thing is, because of the sticky web, he's not going to get the jump on speed right here in the Tornadus. So you know, that's great. And his Focus Sash will be deleted if he had one. So I go for a Hurricane. I'm just trying to play it safe here, and that is enough to take care of the Meowscarada. So that right there, my friends, is good game.